So tonight we have a special webinar. This is our Student Success Series. We're going to be talking with Kim Jang. She is our special guest. She's one of our students. She's a certified PhiBrows artist. She has built an amazingly successful business, but even more important than the business that she's created, she's completely transformed her life. And we're going to get into her story, and hopefully through her story, a lot of you who are watching are going to find inspiration to take advantage of this opportunity. If you're already involved with microblading, to build this business as far as you can imagine in your mind. And also as we continue with her story, we'll try to come up with as many business building tips that I can capture from Kim. Kim, would you mind sharing a couple of the secrets that got you to where you are? Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you talking about the marketing tip that I sent you?
Yeah, well, anything. We're going to go over a lot of stuff here. So just a couple quick housekeeping things. This webinar is going to go about 45 minutes plus or minus, depending on how many questions we have and if everyone stays engaged. So hi, Kim Doe. Hi, Mary Burney. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Penny. Hi.
I see them.
How's your name? But Lizbeth, I see everybody. Hi, everyone. If you have questions for Kim about how she, like as we're going through her story, if you have any questions at all, just put them in the chat. Claire, if you and Scott could keep an eye on the chat and let me know.
But I don't see the chat. How do I see the chat?
Scott will find it. Scott will find it right now. So Scott will figure that out, and we're going to get started. But what else did I want to cover? Okay, before we get started, one last thing is I wanted to mention to everyone, Kim is doing this because I asked her to participate in this. Kim's not doing this because she asked me, can I come on here and tell everybody about how successful my business is? That's not at all what this was about. This was Glenn learning about how she's transformed her life, and I was blown away. And I hope you're going to be blown away as well. And I wanted her to share her story because I know these webinars, from all the feedback that we get from all of you after we share them all over YouTube and our Facebook channel and so on, that everyone is getting so much from this. And I know Kim's story is going to help you. It's going to help a lot of you. So that's why we're doing this. There were some comments about the money, right? So Kim has built a very successful business. It makes a lot of money. It's very financially successful. So I wanted to go right off the bat and just get the money out of the way. Let's talk about the money, and then we can move on from that and get right into your story. Is that okay, Kim and Claire?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, real quick, if you're watching this and you're inspired by what we're talking about and you want to take some sort of an action to get involved with this, the best thing for you to do is to go visit our website, which is microbladingacademyusa.com. You can find all the various ways to contact us there. You can follow us on Facebook. And we actually have a team of people who are standing by to engage you with live chat. If you want to call our phone number, which is on the board behind me, 561-922-8001, they'll be happy to talk with you. So numbers, Kim, you ready?
Okay, no, wait, hold on. Give me one minute here. So the reason I agree to share a number is, hope to inspire somebody to take this amazing path of microblading. It really is a great money maker tool, and I share just to inspire you, but not to brag. I'm not that kind of person, and I live a very humble life, and I want to stay that way,
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Kim. All right, so what is the potential of the microblading business? Kim's business, which does quite a bit, is not just Kim doing microblading. Kim also, what are some of the other services that you provide personally before we talk about your staff?
Well, we do eyelash extension. We do filtering, but mostly eyelash extension is my big thing. Behind microblading, eyelash extension, I also do fee removal. I want to recommend everyone fee removal class because, if you don't do it to provide service, you do it to fix your mistake. That's right. Totally worth it. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
What's that?
I said, I know what you're saying. My husband says it's the brakes to the car.
Yeah,
You don't want to drive a car without the brakes.
exactly. We make mistakes sometimes, you know, so be able to fix your own mistake. And then
So your services that you provide are removal, lash extensions, microblading, and shading, correct?
and sugaring too.
And sugaring. Okay. And your staff that works for you, that is an extension of your own services, they provide the same services or different services?
They don't do microblading and fee removal, but they do everything else.
Okay. Are there any additional services that they do that you do not do?
No, I do what they do too.
Okay. So all of those services that we just described, that's what Kim's business offers. Okay. So Kim, let's separate, as far as the numbers, let's separate what you do from your staff for a moment. So you were sharing with me before we got on the call, what would be like the number of microblading appointments that you do in a week on a slow week, and how many would you do on a really busy week?
Slow week, I say 5. Last week, one day I do 3 back to back. One day. So on a good week, it can be 14. You know, before September last year, I don't know why it gets slow after, but get me. But before September, I do 14 appointments. I do more microblading than lashes.
So on a good week, it's 14. On a slow week, it's about 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you were mentioning 3 back to back in one day.
Last week. Yeah.
Oh, that's that picture that you sent me?
Yeah. Well, did I? I don't think,
Yeah.
but on Instagram I have.
Yeah, we'll share that in a second. But okay, so slow week is 5, busy week is 14. Let's cut it somewhere in the middle and call it like 9, because we're going to average the good weeks and the bad weeks. So it's about 9, right? And from that 9, how much do you charge for microblading?
December. Well, my regular price is $5.99.
Okay, and sometimes you run promotions.
Yeah.
Okay, and the promotion price is what when you do run it?
Right now, $4.99.
Okay, when you're running the promotion, it's $4.99.
Yes, like December $4.49. Right now, it's $4.99.
Okay, and so let's just call it 500. That's the promotional. That's like the promotional price. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and now you also mentioned to me that you also offer fee shading for more than half of your customers. So the shading takes your microblading price from whatever it is. You add how much?
100.
You add 100. So from 500, you're talking about 600, right? It goes from 500 to 600, but it's not for 100% of all of your microblading appointments. So let's trim that back, and let's say it's an average, maybe somewhere around an extra $50, right?
Yeah.
So let's call the average of the shading and the microblading and all of this. You do about 9 on average on between the good weeks and the bad weeks. It's about 9 per week. And let's say the average microblading price that you're charging with fee shading. Oh, plus, by the way, you mentioned tips, right? You get tips?
Yeah, I get tip.
How much are tips?
Some people give me 50, some people give me 100.
Okay, so is it fair to say if we were to average all the microblading, some you make more, some you make less, some are fee shading, some are not, let's just call it 600. 600 per microblading on average, and multiply that by 9 appointments per week. What does that come out to? Hold on a second. Let me see this. Okay, so 6 times, oops, I'm sorry, hold on a second. 9 times 600 is 5,400 per week. Okay, so that's about average across the good weeks and the bad weeks, all mixed together and divided by a year or something like this, right? So 5,400 a week, and let's say that you do, how many weeks per year do you work?
I off 1 day a week.
1 day a week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you're a workaholic like we are.
But I say if I don't have my kids, I work until 11 because there's one week I say I take Tuesday off, and the minute I say, okay, open my Tuesday, it's booked.
Yeah. Well, look, you're a hustler. What could you say? You're born a hustler. So 5,400 a week. Do you take any weeks off during the year? Do you take vacations?
Well, when I go to the master class, I took 2 weeks off. I go to 8 countries in total.
Uh-huh. All right, so
Yeah.
let's subtract 2 weeks from your year, and let's say you work about 50 weeks a year. So multiply that 5,400 times 50 weeks out of the year, and that's 270 in revenue that you generate from your own services. Now that, by the way, is not including her lash extensions, because you do lash extensions and you do sugaring, right? So these are additional services that you provide. Okay, so you could see now she additionally has staff. And with staff, with these additional services, you start to add it all up. And with some clever marketing and a whole lot of hustle, seeing clients late at night, what do you get? You get a $500,000 a year business. That's how it happens. This is not fantasy. This is how it happens. But now that we got the money out of the way, let's talk about your story and where you started from and how you got to where you are today, because this is what I really wanted to get to, and I think what's really going to make the difference for a lot of people who hear this story. So can you share a little bit with us about kind of where you were when you discovered, or even like just before you discovered PhiBrows and microblading, and what even motivated you to do it in the first place? And I'm actually going to share my screen so that I can share some of the photos along the way.
Okay, so you want me to tell my story?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I came here from Vietnam 14 years ago. I was a Budweiser girl. I met my ex in a bar.
Mm-hmm.
So I came and I was staying home mom. Sometimes I do like, babysitting here and there, or I work at Equinox in their kid club and become kid club manager. But I only can do like, teenager kind of job. And then my marriage, the last 5 years was bad. I want to get out, but I feel trapped because I don't see the way how I can take care of myself, how I can take care of my 2 kids. So I stay. And then one day I just say, enough is enough. So he's very needy. So I know if I leave him suddenly, he would do something crazy, right? So I called a hotline. So the women, they took me in the women's shelter. And then he called a women's shelter and he bothered them. He's like, oh, let her out. She need to come home with her family. So they had to transfer me to a very far women's shelter. So I end up in women's shelter in San Diego for another month. So
I just want to interrupt you for a quick second because I want to emphasize something. When you're in the women's shelter at this point in time, how old are your kids?
Jada 3 and Cami was 1 year old.
Cami was 1 year old, but what a lot of people who are listening don't know is I'm going to show on the screen here that this is Cami when she was born. Cami was how much did Cami weigh?
1 pound and 4 ounces when she born at 6 months, 26 weeks.
She was born at 6 months, 26 weeks. Mm-hmm. She weighed 1 pound 4 ounces.
Yeah.
And this is when your marriage was not going well. You felt trapped. You had no way out.
Yeah, like when I was pregnant, he's like giving me money and giving me hard time, and I'm like, what? I'm gonna go make money. And I go do nails, and my stomach is big, and I sit and I do nails, and I was bleeding, And
wow.
And I come in, and the doctor was a bad doctor. She said, it's okay, you dilate 2 millimeters, but it's okay, just go home, you fine, you're not in pain, you're okay. So I go home, that whole week I was bleeding, and I say, this is not right, like something inside of me thing is not right. So I decided I go back to the hospital. And as soon as I get on that hospital bed, I feel like I need to push. Like, if you have kids, you know how when the urge come, you just can't stop it. Like when you want to push the baby out, all the nurse like freak out, say, no, don't push, because they don't have a NICU there. So, but I can't help it. The baby just fly out 1 pound and 4 hours. So they have to transfer her in the helicopter to Harbor UCLA where they have the NICU, and she stayed there for 4 months. And every day I have a toddler at home, an abusive husband, and I have to pump milk and bring in the hospital, hold her hand, sing for her, talk to her, and scare that she's not gonna come home with me. She's like the smallest one in the NICU, you know. And I'm so scared. I'm like, oh my god, is she gonna come home with me? Like she just looked like skin. Her ear, not even an ear loop. It's just a piece of skin, So, and then
let's fast forward just a little bit to just for the sake of time. How is Cami today?
She's awesome. She's doing great. Yeah, her eyesight is good. She's a character. She has more energy than Jada. She's really smart. She come home like a few days before Christmas, and she still has to wear the oxygen machine. Like we had to put it on at night.
Wow. And let's see a picture. Let's just real quick find her. Hold on a moment. Let me get out of here and find her today so everybody can see what she looks like today. Because I remember you and I were just talking the other day, just climbing all over you. Here she is.
How old is she?
Cami.
Oh my god.
She's 4 now. She's normal. She did a lot of therapy because, it wasn't correct at the beginning. She like preferred one side but now everything is normal. Her eyesight is okay.
So this is remarkable. You were in an abusive relationship. You had a very dangerous situation with your second daughter. You had a toddler at home trying to keep her, okay. And you're in a women's shelter and your ex is pursuing you. And how did microblading become a part of this story, and how did this whole lead to the business and the success that you have today?
I got out of the shelter and I say, I have to take care of these 2 babies. But the shelter helped me get food stamp. So I have food stamp with these 2 babies, and then I try to go do nails, and then it wasn't for me. I do nails. This one guy walk in with his stomach that big and his feet that he can't touch for 30 years, and I have to clean that. I lost my appetite for a week. Like, no, this is not.
Funny.
So I go do facial, and I got fired. I know the reason why, but I'm not gonna say it here. It's ridiculous. She doesn't even say why. But facial nails, I make like $50 to $70 a day, and my daycare is $50. So sometimes I'm thinking, hey, maybe I should just stay home because all the money go to the daycare. So why do I work? But I keep pushing because I know there's more for me, and that I can climb up. So I keep going, making $50, pay the babysit $50, and just one thing lead to another. I stopped doing facial, and I always get my eyelashes done. So I'm like, hey, maybe I should do eyelash. So I tell my friend, come to my house, let me do eyelash. I don't even have the $3,000 to go learn eyelash. I just learn it, from online, and I do it. And then it's happened to be my passion, and friend refer friend, and they come to my house. I take them anytime they want. 6 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock at midnight when my kids are to bed. Like I will bend backward just to get clients, just to get practice, And it's get busy, and I rent 1 room in Costa Mesa here. And it's get more busy, and I rent 2 rooms, and I hire 1 girl on work with me, and the 2 room busy. And I talked to my client. She happened to be a realtor. I said, hey, I'm thinking maybe I should open my own location. And she's like, what area are you looking? And then the next day she told me, okay, down the street right here, there's a, pawn shop that they closed. maybe you can take a look. And I went and take a look. Here I am today, 5 months after, the remodel and everything. So I make 4 room. I make, I paint this place, decorate this place, and here we are, 4 room today.
So here's a picture right now that everyone can see of the pawn shop that you rented.
Yeah,
Do you see it?
that's before the remodel.
Okay, and let's show everybody what this place looks like today. Hold on one second. Let me find the pictures here. Here we go. So you put walls in this place. You put decorations in this place. You decorated the whole place yourself?
Yeah, all by myself.
Can I ask something? They're asking what is Kim's Instagram?
Oh, okay. I have 2 Instagram. One for my business. It's called Sugar Lash Beauty Bar.
I'm gonna bring it up right now. Hold on.
Yeah, Glenn, just show them.
And then there's one recently, my assistant, he make it for me, just PhiBrows Kim Jang. So that's just for microblading. And this is my business Instagram.
All right, hold on. PhiBrows. It was PhiBrows
__ Kim Jang.
MJ.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh no! Wait! I got this. Oh, PhiBrows. Kim, I made the same mistake I did last time when we were on the phone. Here we go. Here it is. Okay. So, by the way, for all of you watching, if you want to support Kim and you want to help her out, give her a follow on Instagram. This girl is amazing. She hustles. She is smart. She's resourceful. She's courageous. And she is willing to do what others are not willing to do. And there's so much to learn from this girl. And she's here on this webinar sharing with you because she wanted to help inspire others. So let me share with all of you real quick in the chat. Where are we? Right here. Here is her Instagram. And let me send you to her other Instagram. So you all can follow her. And there you go. And tag a couple friends. Hook her up. So Kim, continue telling us the story. I'm gonna show them what your place looks like while you tell the story. But here's your place that you decorated yourself. You built this place out. Where did you get the money from to build this place and to rent the place and to put the deposit and all of that?
I don't keep track the money on paper, but I don't really have any help from anybody. The money I make from the other place for like 1.5 years, and I just slowly put into this place, just the money from me working, doing lashes. And then I started doing microblading at the other location too. And then I moved over here. I didn't borrow any money. I don't own any money in this place. But
so at a certain point, you discovered microblading, and you discovered PhiBrows, like everybody does eventually, who's investigating microblading, and you went to Claire's class, right?
Yeah, and it's like the biggest blessing,
No, this is not the right picture, Glenn.
No, hold on. Here it is. Is this it? Wait,
Nope.
Hold on. Hold it. I'll find it. I got it right here.
Kim took the course a long time ago.
Is this it?
Yeah,
this is it.
that was August 2016, right, Claire?
I think so. It was a while ago.
August
It was like
2016.
a year and a half ago.
Yeah, and then a month after that, I got certified. Like, I tell everybody about microblading. I stand in line in the market. I tell people about, hey, you should try, and I give them my business card. At the beginning, I don't charge a lot. I just want people to work on, but you have to charge them, because if you don't, they doubt about your ability. It's weird like that, But I don't charge a lot. What's that?
So let's take a look at some of your earlier work, right? First, let's start with the earlier work. Here's some of your earlier work at the beginning. Tell us about that.
I'm embarrassed.
God. It's better than my first work.
No. You know, at the beginning, it's so scary, Claire. Like, you know, taking a class is one thing, but I mean, I would never think I would do microblading because I have the biggest fear about blood. I'm like, if anything had to do with blood, I don't care how much it pay me, I will not do it. It's just, it's scary, you know. But this, like, you dip it in pigment and then you microblade, so you don't really see the blood. And then the artistic part of it is like a piece of art, so that, you know. But at the beginning, it's so scary. Like when I do stroke, I get under the hair. I just go like, I just do it. But I was shaking, and at the end, I'm too afraid to even look. Like my sister, she come home, she asked me, she go, "How did it turn out?" I go, "I didn't look. I'm too scared. I was too scared." when I'm done, I don't even look. It was like too scary. I know I messed it up.
So let's take a look at some of your more recent work. Wait, let me find some of the more recent work. Hold on. Is this some of your more recent work?
Yeah, that's yeah.
What a difference! Look at the difference between this, the strokes here.
They want to know how much she was charging at first.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you charge when you first started?
I charged $139. You know, like I charge $139. I'm just like, I just need guinea pig to practice, you know. And then my eyelash client, they say, "Hey, can you do my eyebrows?" I'm like, "Hold on, let me practice on some guinea pig first," because my eyelash client, they come back every 2 weeks. I don't want to see their messed up eyebrows every 2 weeks.
That's true.
You know, so
Right.
I'm like, okay, let me practice some more, and then when I'm confident, I do you. But yeah, I charge $139, not for so much though, not for so long.
Now, when you did charge that $139, did you tell them that $139 is what you charge, or did you tell them that?
No, don't ever say. Like my price always $5.99. You know what I'm saying? Like on your menu, look at in your area how much they charge and put that on your menu, and then and then discount to get client in, to practice like according to your ability. Like you just got out of school, okay, charge 50% off or something, but they will have, they will remember like, oh, that's what you charged me back then. But no, from the beginning, my price was $5.99.
Yes.
And then I tell them I give you a lot of discount right now because, I need review, so they write me Yelp review. Yelp do me really good. I have right now, I don't know, 127 review, I think, on Yelp. But Yelp is big for me. Yeah. So, I mean, they get it so cheap and they feel like, oh, I got to give back somehow. So they write you review, and then that's how you get refer, they refer, review, people come to me from Yelp a lot.
What is your page on Yelp? It's Sugar Lash Beauty Bar?
Yeah.
They want to know how much you charge now.
$5.99, but January offer is $4.99. Oh, wood shading is $6.99.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So what a difference! Like here,
she has 126 reviews. That's great.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep, bring me a lot.
Yeah, Kim is very, very, very clever, and I was so impressed by you, Kim, because not only did you build a successful business, and you've already implemented a lot of the things that I talk about on any of the webinars that I do, or any videos where I'm talking about marketing techniques, or in any capacity. I'm always talking about branding yourself and social proof. You've got to present yourself very professionally in this market, and you did that in a really phenomenal way, and you took advantage of Yelp and the reviews. So here, for example, look at all these fantastic reviews. Hi there. I don't know where we were. You used the questions over here. The questions are so important on Yelp because a lot of people come to your Yelp site and they have lots of questions, and you can address their questions immediately. You can even you can ask a couple of your friends to come on there and ask a couple of the questions that you know that people are going to ask, so that they're just addressed right up at the front. And it's helpful to have those questions there. But look at these great reviews. This review is long overdue, but this is my most recent fill, and I'm over the moon obsessed. Kim is amazing. Bah, bah, bah. He's a perfectionist. It's just one after the next. And when you read these reviews, you know these people are not lying. This is not, fake review. These are legitimate reviews. These are people who have experienced it, and they're passionate about sharing what a great experience they had. And so this is very powerful. So for anyone, Kim, would you agree, for anyone who's watching, and someone who's watching in, I don't know, Wisconsin, and they're getting started doing microblading, would you suggest to them they build a Yelp account, and how would you suggest they do it?
Oh my God, strongly Yelp, or just choose one platform, whatever work for you, Yelp or Facebook,
Why not both?
Yeah, I mean, but people don't have time to write everywhere, so I don't know. For me, you give them good service, and like I say, hey, if you write me review, your next review, I give you, $5 off or something, really encourage review, because review is huge. Like for me, like I feel like people come in here, they already know who I am. They go and come in the shop, they already know who I am because they read the review about me, and this review is not fake, because Yelp is very strict. They put like 50 review of mine in the back because they think it's suspicious, which is not, but they very strict. Like, who like use the GPS to get to your shop, and I don't know how they work it, but it cannot be fake. Yeah,
Okay. Questions.
Yeah. Go ahead, Claire.
They're asking, how long does it take from your consultation until you finish microblading, and do you charge for consultation?
I don't charge for consultation, and consultation usually if they want to do, like when they call in to schedule, my assistant, they do a consultation with them over the phone, and usually we ask if you have old tattooed, and if they do, if they live too far, then they take a picture and send it to me. But if they live nearby, I like to see it, why don't you stop in and let me see it? But I don't charge for consultation. And they say, how long does it take? Like when I do 14 clients a week, it takes me 2 hours. But now lately it's been a lot of microblading plus shading, so that takes me 2 hours and a half.
Are you an esthetician?
I am.
Do you do it?
I am an esthetician.
Well, you have to be an esthetician, I think, to do eyelashes, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And do you have the upgraded Yelp account where you pay per click?
No, I don't. Yelp call me like crazy, asking me to pay, but I'm still on the top of the page without paying. Don't pay Yelp.
They're asking, when you were brand new, what did you post on social media to attract clients?
When I was brand new doing microblading, I mean, I post the truth. I never take any other. The work that you show earlier, Glenn, my first work, I post that because that's what I have, and I mean, I charge cheap. So I mean, that's my work. Now I delete all the ugly work, but yeah, you post your work.
Yeah, of course. What are you gonna do? Right?
Yeah.
Now, Claire, I want to mention one thing, Kim. On your Yelp page,
Yeah.
one of the things that they discover is your website, right? So here they click here, and it takes them to your website.
Yeah.
See you later. So let's go visit your website for a moment. if for everyone who's watching, look how professional Kim's Yelp page looks. It looks very professional. This looks like a serious business. It's completely filled out. It's not partially filled out. It's fully filled out in all the aspects of the Yelp page. It's got the hours, the basic business information. It's got the book an appointment button, the basic contact with the map up here with lots of photos of her work. It's got questions. It's got review. It's got everything. Looks very professional. But it would naturally lead someone to, if they're curious about getting microblading with Kim, to click her website, right, to find out more information. Because sometimes people want more information and they're not exactly there at the point that they're ready to pull the trigger, but they want more information, and sometimes they're willing to call. But sometimes people want to do their own research without actually speaking to someone because it feels maybe a little intimidating, or they don't want to put themselves in a position where they're being sold, for example. And so they go to your website. And when they go to the website, look how beautiful this website is. Look at this. Look how professional this looks. There's a promotion right here with an end date, which creates a sense of urgency to take action, by the way. Very important. There's very clear pictures. It's not cluttered up with a lot of text. I've seen so many websites that are just cluttered with text, and it's hard to, nobody wants to read a whole bunch of text. If there is text, it's just a little bit. What exactly is microblading? And she answers the question right there. And if you want to find more information, you click the button and learn more. Why choose a PhiBrows artist? This is so important because for those of you who are watching this and you're thinking about either doing this or you're already involved in it, as a PhiBrows artist,
people are asking questions which I'm sure you're going to be interested to answer because we made this website for her. They're asking, how much are you paying to keep your website up? Around what did you pay for your website? So there are people interested to see how much she paid, and since you made a website.
If they're interested in a website like Kim's, if they want to try to replicate what Kim is doing, they could go here to our website, which is microbladingacademyusa.com/website, and they can learn all about how to get a website just like Kim's. And the website's, it's $1,599, and that includes a year of ongoing support and maintenance and hosting. And it actually gives you a person that you can connect with on Viber, just so you guys can see this. Like, check this out. Website, Kim. Where's Kim? Hold on a moment. Hold on.
I love my website, by the way.
Kim Do says she loves her website too. Kim Do, not Kim Jang. Says Glenn creates websites and I love them.
Like here
asking,
we have a group.
How did you find your location, Kim? They're asking, how did you find your location?
All right, Claire, I'm going to answer that question. Let me just finish this point so everybody understands. When you sign up for a website, you get, like, see this group here? It says website Kim Jang. There's 3 participants. I'm in it, and there's Jose. Jose is our website manager. And so, Kim, whenever you have photos or whatever that you want to add to the website, what do?
Send it to Jose. I have to say, this is like the best experience I ever had. Like, before I built a website, and the girl is in India, right? And I pay her the money up front, and she answers whenever she want to answer, and the website doesn't look professional. Whenever like I tell my client about a website, I'm kind of like, oh, it's just not, don't go there, But now this website, I'm proud. I'm so proud. It looks so professional, and Glenn team, Jose is who I speak to. You can talk to him, like every day. He have a little app that you make an appointment with him, but it's like his available is wide open. Like, you want to make an appointment tomorrow, and whenever I send him like some update, like some more new picture of my work or the bio of a new employee I have, like he do it right away, never fail. I love it, and my whole website get done in like 1 week, which just blow my mind away.
I love purple too. My place is purple too. My website.
Claire, check this out. Let's look at your website side by side, because it's funny because you both have have that same purple color. Look at this. Look how similar yours look. Here's Claire's website. We built Claire's website too. So Claire's is just a little bit different. It's the same structure, but look at the same color. You see this, Kim?
Yeah,
Similar, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
I would
in
say
fact, look at the gallery.
Go ahead.
Wait,
I
where's
say
the about
website
page?
is important. You know, this is my real location, and website is just like your virtual location. And you know, like when people don't see you yet, you know, that's what they see you as. You know, your virtual location. Your website
Right.
is a lot about your business. If you have a skimpy website and like, oh, I don't know, you know. But like this website gives people trust. It looks professional, you know, like I'm
It
proud
does. Very
tell
nice.
people about my website now. Before, like I'm like, oh, just go on my Yelp, you know.
Right. Now, Kim, let's try to answer the other questions that people had. Claire, what was the next question? How did she find her location?
Okay. Yeah. How did you find the location? Somebody asked, like, what did you do before you had any pictures? I mean, you have to, guys, I could answer this. You have to develop some pictures. You have to start working, and it's going to take time. First, you're going to have to do it for free or very little money.
Yeah, exactly.
And try to get a portfolio.
Yeah, exactly. And just post your real work. And if you, I mean, your real work is bad because you only charge little, you know.
Yes, you don't want to steal people's work. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I took off my first work off of my Yelp, but that's what I used at the beginning.
How did Kim overcome her fear? When did she feel confident enough to raise her prices?
How did I overcome my fear?
Yeah.
I just look at my kid and I say I gotta provide for these kids. You know, like I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. Like my few first appointment, like I find every reason in my head to cancel it because I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Like whenever I have an appointment, I'm like, okay, just give me 5 minutes, close the door, give me some lavender, let me meditate before I even like go out and talk to the client because I was so scared. You know.
Okay, they're asking about magnifying glasses, which I want to announce something. After working with a lot of different magnifiers, I did design, and we're going to have our own Microblading Academy USA magnifiers. Going to be very soon available on our web shop, which is microbladingstoreUSA.com. So some people are asking about magnifiers. These magnifiers will be available, I'm hoping, maybe in a week, Glenn.
I can't guarantee exactly when, but sometime this month we're gonna have it.
Yeah, very soon. And what I love about the magnifiers, because a lot of the magnifiers, when you get far away, it gets blurry, and you need to really get very close, and that's not really very convenient for what we do, and it will break your back. And I think you guys will really like the magnifiers I designed. It's made for microblading distance. It's wonderful. I think it's gonna be around $50.
Yeah.
So Claire, what are some more questions that we had for Kim? Well, we've got her.
Kim actually saw them, Glenn.
I saw that.
Yeah, Kim came to help me in my last training in California, in Orange County.
Yeah.
And I was showing the girls my sample.
Yeah. It's really good. It is really good. It worked great. I love it.
So how long did it take you to have steady clients and like a regular flow to your business, Kim?
I say, you're talking about microblading, right? Two, 3 months.
2 or 3 months?
Mm-hmm.
So from the beginning of that time period, you just got started, you were charging $139 for your models that you're working with. And
Yeah.
then by the end of 2 or 3 months, you were charging what and had how many clients per week, for example?
So after 2 months, I charge $249, and then I go up $349.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then slowly $449, and now $499.
Was it difficult for you to raise your prices? How did you feel about that?
Or as you go and you're confident in your work, people pay. You be amazed, like as your work is good. Yeah, I mean in Beverly Hills they charge $1,200.
Mm-hmm. Wow. How far are you from Beverly Hills?
By 45 minutes.
Okay. And
Do you
what sort
charge
of
for retouch? They want to know how much.
Oh, touch up is $99.
So you charge $5.99, and then you charge another $99 when they come back.
Well, the $449 I charge a $99 separate for touch up, but the $599 I include the touch up.
That's
She's clever, right?
That's a good one.
She's very clever.
Here, you want a deal? I'll give you a deal. But the second time you come around, you're gonna have to pay me anyway.
I just don't deal with a lot of touch up because my retention is so good. I don't deal with touch up really. Like I have like brand new microblading all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kim, can you share a little bit about some of the things that you did to help grow your business? Other than obviously, it's clear that you put a lot of effort into your social media branding. Clearly, your Yelp page is very professional. You've got a beautiful website. You're doing all those things online very effectively. What other things did you do that made the difference to help you get from just where you're literally your plane is on the runway to getting up into the air?
So this is one that worked for me a lot. That the one that write me review or the one that love their eyebrows, I text them say, hey, if you want to bring someone that this is the price I'm gonna give them. And that's so effective. Like people you already know, your client list. Just go through them. The one that love your work, tell them to refer.
So the ones that wrote a review, those ones in particular, because you knew that they loved your work, they wrote a review that demonstrates they love your work, and so then you went directly to them, and made them a special offer.
Yeah.
And that resulted. You had a lot of customers come in as a result of that.
Yeah, a lot because their friend and family already see their eyebrow, and the person love their eyebrows, and we offer them a deal. It's a done deal.
Right.
They want to know what kind of pigment products you're using.
Oh, I use PhiBrows. I buy everything from microbladingusa.com. I buy everything. I just got an order. I got a big order. Yeah.
Sorry, but we have the best stuff.
Yes, yeah, you do. Like I feel so confident using your stuff because PhiBrows, you have a good reputation. You've been in the market like the longest for microblading. Why reinvent the wheel? Like PhiBrow color doesn't change color. Why try like something from China? Like what if they turn color and they're gonna come back and make your life miserable? Like just already use the one that have good reputation. You don't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm. And I always tell my students, that makes you apart from cheap places. That you could always say that you use good brands and professional products, and you could show people what you're using, and the packaging looks amazing, everything looks beautiful.
Exactly.
Where did you do your first models?
I when I rent a location down the street from here, the one room that I rent inside of the makeup place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but can I say one more thing about the marketing? Another thing that worked really good for me is my neighbor. My neighbor, like be good with your neighbor. They are a hair salon.
Yes, very smart.
And there's a Metro PCS, and there's a insurance place. So I make friends with them, and I bring them a platter of fruit sometime, and then I say, hey, can I put my my flyer here? And by the way, I gave the girl that worked there, like anything they want here, 50% off, so they can just like
Wow.
my model. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
oh, get your eyelashes. Oh, where you get your eyebrows? Oh, right next door. So like I gave them special
Sure.
deal, so they like my walk-in model over here, and I gave a special discount for like neighbor. So they do send me a lot of clients too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I come with their hair up, like doing their hair, like I want to talk to Kim. I just saw your flyer over there.
Right.
So, yeah.
Kim, I'm so impressed by you. You are just, you're amazing in so many ways because you're so courageous. You came from such a challenging situation, and without the support, your whole family they don't live here, right? They're not even in the country.
I actually bring my mom, my dad here last year.
Nice.
Oh, nice. So you didn't even have, when you were going through this with your daughter and with the relationship and all of that, you didn't even have your support system at that point. And you just, I mean, think about how much courage it required to deal with all that she was facing. And she did it anyway. And you could see how smart she is with all the ideas of how she markets herself. She doesn't care. She'll do whatever is necessary. So the lessons to learn from this for anyone who's watching is hustle. Obviously, this girl will hustle. She'll see anyone, any time of day, late into the night. And she applied smart strategies to get business with the incentives. And she wasn't so focused on what am I going to get right now. She was focused on investing and where am I going to get to. Is that right, Kim?
Exactly. Like, have the end number in your mind,
Yeah.
Have the end in your mind.
So many people they asked a lot of questions about like how much money can they make from this, or how soon can they make this money, or how quickly can I
They were
get.
also asking, by the way, is it enough just to do microblading? Like, do I need to do other beauty services?
Yeah.
I could guarantee you that you could make buckets load. I wanted to say the S word, but I'm not. Of money just making microblading. People who know me, they know that I have a potty mouth. It's okay.
But look at what Kim did. Kim expanded to multiple services, and what's cool about that is when you have multiple services, it gives you a different flexibility and different ways that you can incentivize people to come into your place and to try you out. So if I have sugaring, and if I have lash extensions, and I have microblading, or if I have additional services, like some people who are watching this, you're in the skincare business and maybe you do facials or you do nails or whatever it is that you do, there's lots of creative ways how you can offer like a deep discount on a service that will help bring them in the door to get them to perhaps a higher end service, or at least a service that they're going to walk out the door and just be like, wow, that was amazing. My experience with Kim was phenomenal. She gave me great value. And they walk out the door, and that's Kim's opportunity to, again, give them an incentive to do a review and then follow up with them. You heard she said that she follows up with them and takes advantage of that opportunity to try to reach out to friends and family and incentivizes that. She's constantly investing, and looking for ways to further invest, to reach more people, to just grow larger and larger. And look at the results. In such a short amount of time, she has people that work for her. She has a professional business. Kim, the sky is the limit for you. I'm so impressed by you, and I can't wait to see where you're going to be in another 6 months to a year. It's really fantastic to see your success and to see what you've done for yourself, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you very much. And one more thing, I didn't wake up and say, hey, I want to run this business. I don't know how to run business. I know how to do eyelash. I know how to microblade, but I do go to school for business. I have a business consultant, so they work with my team, to like two times a month. Like we have a business meeting. Like my business consultant, she talk about everyone in my company. Like, what are your vision? What are your dream? and what number do you want to achieve, and how do you get there. So each of them have this book. It's called money maker, you know. So so they will track their number, you know, and then we print our number and send it to our business consultant, and you know, we on the same bus. Like, I want to be successful, and I want all my staff to be on the same bus with me, you know. And I hire people to try to train my front desk to give 5
How
stars.
do you find your employees? They're asking.
Craigslist. I use a lot of Craigslist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe we can try that, Claire.
Huh?
Maybe
I
we
wasn't
should try
expecting
Craigslist.
that.
I want to mention just one thing real quick. Let me just spin this around here. For those of you who are watching, if you're excited by what you're listening to, if you want to take any sort of an action, that you can go to our website. It's microbladingacademyusa.com, and we have live courses. If you're not local to, wait, let me get out of here. Sorry. No, do not save changes. If you're not local to one of our classes, even though we teach classes all over the country, you can take the online course, right? Or you can start with the online course. Here's the online course. You go to training courses up here. You go to the online course. Over here is the online PhiBrows Microblading course. Over here is the online Phi shading course, which you can take with Claire. Just like Kim did. Okay, you can take the same courses that she did. Here you can see all of our live courses. You can find everything that you need on this website. You've got our phone number. You've got our email address. There's live chat here. You can communicate with us. You can contact us and DM us on all our social media, from Instagram, which is, you can find us at, here's Instagram. Let me just show them real quick. Don't forget to follow Kim as well. But check out here's our Instagram. You can follow us here. You can follow us on YouTube. You can follow us on all of our social media, and you can find all of this at the top of our website, just like you can find all of Kim's social media links on the top of her website. And you should also have your own social media links at the top of your website. So hopefully you got something great out of this. Kim, I want to let you go because it's getting late. It's 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. Thank you so much for participating with us. This was amazing. I knew it would be. I'm so glad to have you on our webinar in our Student Success Series. We're going to check in with you again in the future. If any of you are watching,
I'm so proud of her. I really want to tell her this because, you know, people do take courses and some people quit. Some people never do anything with it. You know, some people like you just take it and run with it.
Yeah.
I'm very proud. You're doing amazing. Royal Art is next. We're working on that.
I highly recommend PhiBrows in general because you have an amazing community that, you know, like the Microblading USA on
Facebook, World Beauty Forum.
Yeah, and people supporting people. And when you take a course with Claire, you know, you have continued support forever after, you know. You can't find that in any other school, you know. So, and Claire, she's a great master. She really, you know, she really is. She stand behind you. She watch over you. You know, she help you along the way. You know. Thank you, Claire. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming to our webinar.
All right, so thank you so much, ladies. We're going to check out now, but if you're watching this on Facebook, or if you're going to watch it on Facebook after we're done with this recording, feel free to put your questions into the comments on the Facebook post, and we'll continue to engage with you and continue this conversation on Facebook. So thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. This was great. Really appreciate it. We will see you guys.
Everyone tuning in.
We'll see you on the next webinar. Actually, next week, we have a couple of webinars. We're going to have a Spanish webinar, completely in Spanish, with Masters Leslie Ritchie and Cynthia Holgan on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. They're going to talk all about the opportunity related to microblading in Spanish and Espanol. And we're also going to have a webinar all about Phi lashes, lash extensions, because we have a Phi lashes course that's coming up very soon in February, which, by the way, you can find on our website. but we're going to have our master instructor actually doing our webinar with us, and you can ask her any kind of questions you want, and we're going to show lots of pictures. So Kim, thank you so much. Claire, thank you. We'll see you guys next time. Adios.